Today on Birds of Play, we're talking about the SNES Classic and what games we're playing over the 4th of July weekend. This is Birds of Play.
Birds of Play, episode 41. Today we are joined by some very special people. My name is Logan Anstead.
I'm the special guest, Jonathan Tyler McCrone.
Not special at all.
I'm James Donlin, your regular host here on Birds of Play.
And I'm Alex Torres-Perez.
So as we said in the intro this week, the question, SNES Classic a scam? Is it?
Clickbait. We're a clickbait show.
Title.
We're a clickbait show.
So let's go over it. Here, I'll hand that to you.
So yeah, SNES Classic revealed earlier this week in true Nintendo fashion by announcing it at a time that nobody was expecting it.
And just a random little video.
Yeah, like in a
Do they have like a PR team that helps them plan out?
No, they don't.
No, okay, when they announced the 2DS XL, it was on it was 9:30 on a Thursday night. It made no sense.
Everyone knows everything goes down on a Thursday.
8 a.m. on a Monday, we will announce the Switch 2.
But so far, SNES Classic priced out to be $80. Pre-orders have not gone up in the US yet, but some people in the UK have been able to.
After the roaring success of the NES Classic.
Yeah, which they never had enough
that,
stock
right?
of. Yeah.
Did you like it?
I liked it. Yeah, I gave it to my
For
parents.
$60.
Yeah, I gave it to my parents as a Mother's Day / Father's Day gift. They really enjoy it. They play Punch-Out together all the time now. It's like kind of cute. But yeah, the SNES Classic is
punching each other in real life.
it's better than domestic abuse. Jeez. But for $20 more, the SNES Classic has 21 games, including the never before released Star Fox 2.
The game nobody asked for.
I asked for it. I wish.
I would buy it for Earthbound because like I looked for it and I could never find it. And I would have bought like an old like refurbished system because I heard so many good things about it. I was like I would totally play that game. But now it's coming out on this, I actually might consider.
All right. So do you guys want to run through the list of everything that's on it?
Yeah.
Why not?
All right. So we have Super Mario World, which everybody's played probably 70,000 times by now. Super Mario Kart, the original Mario Kart. We have
Not a good game. The original Mario Kart is not a good game.
We have Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Okay.
Pretty good Zelda game. We have F-Zero. We have Super Metroid, my favorite Metroid game by far. And then we have a bunch of quirky little ones mixed in between. We have Kirby Superstar, Final Fantasy III, Kirby's Dream Course. We have the second Punch-Out game. We have Contra 3, Secret of Mana, Earthbound, as you said.
Earthbound. I think Earthbound's a big sell for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know. I think they stopped making it. Like they made a few of them and they stopped making them, so
That's
like
true.
you couldn't find them anymore.
Well, the
so
West
you had to
never
use emulators online.
Yeah, the West never really got the full Earthbound experience or whatever, because like Japan was still kind of engrossed in it, but they were just like, the West doesn't want that, and everybody's like, please.
Yeah, you know how many people I played
we
Smash
have it?
Brothers with who had no idea who those two
Yeah.
characters were?
I
didn't know either, but I was like, oh, that's what they're from. But I knew what Earthbound was.
I love it when they say PK, but that's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. It's a
not
great
what they're
time though.
saying.
Yeah, but no, but
not what they're saying.
that's one of the big reasons people are really excited about this.
You
And
still got to my favorite game on this list.
Yoshi's Island, Mega
No,
Man X.
No.
What is your favorite game
Keep
on the
going
list?
down the list. You'll know.
Castlevania?
No.
No.
Robo
The
Chibi
Super Mario
too?
RPG.
Super Mario RPG.
That's your
a
favorite?
terrible game.
I
I'm excited
totally
to
did
play
not
again.
expect that.
It's a terrible game.
Oh, that's why. It's
What's
a
the
joke.
RPG?
It's a joke.
I've never heard of
It's
that.
like Super Mario, but like in Final Fantasy style.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like Kingdom Hearts, but shit.
It's crazy bad. It's
That's so
crazy.
bad.
I want to play it.
I want to play it. Really, I want to play it again. Really.
Totally
bad.
worth it.
It's
So-
totally not worth it.
What do you guys think of the $80 price point? The SNES Classic has the $80 price point for 21 games. The NES Classic had a $60 price point for 30.
Did it include 2 controllers in NES Classic?
No.
That's the difference.
Does this one include 2 controllers?
Is it possible that there are better games for the first system than this one, like to bring back? Or,
You mean
does the
that there are
SNES
more-
have less good games that people would actually want to play?
Yeah.
That maybe the
I
first
think so.
system.
I mean, it's all to personal preference because I know a lot of people regard the SNES as like the Nintendo console. Like that's the thing that like really stood out to them in their childhood or whatever. Now, granted, all of us were pretty young by the time.
My first console was a PlayStation 2.
Yeah. So like the SNES Classic was pretty much ending when most of us were born.
Yeah.
Its life cycle was ending when we were born, so it's like.
For John, that's 1981.
It's when I started. I just appeared in the world.
He wasn't born. He looked like that.
The whole time.
Terminator style. He was naked, and then he was like, "Give me your bathing suit, your pajama pants,
Are you Super Mario RPG?
your boats,
Your controller, your shoes, your hair,
your pajama pants."
your swim trunks, your pool.
But I personally, other than the Star Fox 2 announcement, because Star Fox 2 is like, ooh, I'm so excited for it, because nobody's ever been able to play it outside of
So
like.
there's no reviews of it. No one knows if it's good or bad.
No, it's probably terrible. If we're being honest, it's probably awful.
Yeah.
The original Star Fox was good, but the graphics are terrible, and this is on the same system, so the graphics are probably going to be awful, and it's probably just not going to be that good, which is the reason why they didn't release it originally, I believe, because a lot of it was too hard or difficult for people.
I actually believe that's the case.
It's
the
kind-
Starbucks has kind of always been too hard.
Well, I mean, it's
Are
like
the
Mario
old
the
ones
Lost
where the whole
levels.
time you're just a spaceship.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Because
t-
aren't there
until-
newer ones where you come out of the ship
Yeah.
and you're kind of
Until
like
you're a tank or a chicken walker or whatever in the
transform.
new games, yeah.
I've never
transform.
played Star Fox, so I'm like,
Star Fox 64, probably one of my favorite games of all time.
I like the one on the GameCube where you have the dinosaur friend.
we have a dinosaur.
That one's awful.
That one's the best.
The one that wasn't intended to
like
be
a cool
a
game.
Star Fox
Yeah,
game.
that's the
But yeah,
best
other
one.
than that, I'm not too jazzed about the SNES Classic. I honestly
Same.
like the NES Classic better in terms of the games lineup.
I'm not jazzed about it, but just because of the reasons that I wasn't jazzed about the NES Classic is that I really don't have a need to play these games. I don't really want to spend money. I don't really want to spend money on a new box that I'm not going to use in 20 minutes. You know,
Yeah.
like, and especially like with more controllers just laying around. I can get any of these games on an emulator.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Although I will
legally?
think.
Can you get
No.
them legally?
But I think actually the biggest crowd.
Well, technically,
Well, I thought it back.
technically you can because Nintendo has strict trademark rights, but they don't specifically specify that you can't take them off of an emulator online, which is why people uploaded the entire NES library
Yeah.
to the NES Classic and was able to play all like 600 whatever
Well,
games.
that's the thing. I think the people who are going to be buying this device are just the people who played it on emulators and just
Yeah.
want it in an easier package. And then they can upload all their SNES games to this, and then you just have one box that has it all.
I think it's a nostalgic thing.
it's
Like,
it's also
Yeah, it
100%
definitely
nostalgic thing. Yeah.
so what are your guys' thoughts on it? Anything that stands out for it? No?
I'm not gonna buy it. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, they're good games, but since, like you said, I wasn't born during that time, I didn't play the game, so I'm not gonna buy something to play pretty crappy games.
There's no nostalgia.
Yeah, exactly. So
I actually feel that way sometimes. Like games that are old, they're like, these are amazing, and like sometimes people will be like, you got to play this game, it's great, and I have no nostalgia value because I never play
Yeah.
video games, so I'm like, this is really not good at
Yeah.
all.
yeah.
And then the older the game is and the rougher the graphics are and like the, you know, if a game existed when there weren't analog sticks like now,
And they
like
have to,
when you go to play them,
yeah,
like,
do different things.
you know, stuff does not age well. GoldenEye has not aged well.
No.
Like if you guys have played that
Have
recently,
you played that with the mouse and keyboard though?
no.
Choice.
That's not how it was
I mean, you
originally
could play a
intended.
good first-person shooter.
Yeah.
or just.
But isn't that what like he was trying to do? Like,
Yeah. But
that's what I don't get about these old classic things. It's like we made it better now.
The medium's always evolving. Why
Yeah.
go back? It doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't want to play a game where it doesn't have a joy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's
It's
what I'm
like
saying. Like
it's like wanting to go back to that ping pong game where it's only like you can only move
Yeah,
up
pong,
and down.
pong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
And I developed that game. I don't even want to play it anymore.
Wow, John.
19.
What an
81.
What an industry veteran.
When I spawned on Earth. I need your pong and your ball and your black background
Pajama pants.
and your code.
No, but in reference to that, like today, Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, you know, it got remastered. The first 3 Crash Bandicoot
It
games.
got good
That
reviews.
was
It's
my
getting-
first PlayStation 2 game was the Crash
I
Bandicoot.
freaking love
It's getting
Crash.
stellar reviews, and that's all I did on one because you know we were kids back then, and so my parents bought the PlayStation 2 so they could play the Mortal Kombat games, and I had it so I could play all the old PS1 Crash Bandicoot games and Spyro and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So like that stuff I have no problem going back to because as the remaster has shown, those games, the core gameplay and everything is aged well. The graphics obviously not, but
But they
like.
remastered it.
But you know, I'm not someone who's like, oh god, it's not 4K or whatever. Like I'm not an Xbox One X fan where I'm
So
just like
I have
craving
a
it.
question. Are they going to keep going with more systems? Like, are we going to get like a GameCube
in
Classic?
10 years, we're going to get the Switch Classic. I guarantee it.
Okay, well,
You can't make the Switch
but
any
like-
smaller.
Like a game, like it's a little GameCube and it
Yeah.
has like 200 games.
Honestly,
on it.
that's the one I'm going to buy.
That's the one that
Just
everybody's
for-
waiting
Just
for.
just for the little
Yeah.
box. Just for the little
Well, because-
GameCube.
kind of cute.
It's kind of cute.
People are waiting for that because it's games that are still relevant. It's still like it's not just the nostalgic factor. They're still playable. Like Legend of
Especially
Zelda,
GameCube games, yeah,
like if
especially
they put
GameCube
if they put Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess and Melee on there,
And Super
that
Mario
stuff is going to
Sunshine.
that. Oh my God, like if they put those 3 or just one of those on, it's going to sell
It's
out.
gonna sell like crazy.
People love those games, and a lot of those games too. Like I think of like the N64. If they just put GoldenEye on it or whatever, like that will sell out because GoldenEye itself, if you just want to get an old cartridge, is still $40.
Yeah. not
So
worth it.
and it's still not even a good game.
Just emulate it. Just emulate it. Or play the new GoldenEye with Daniel Craig.
Yeah, the 2010 one. Actually, not bad. I actually really like that game.
He's a liar. It's bad.
It's good on Wii. It's not good on PS3 and Xbox.
I've never
360.
heard it's good on Wii. Not on this other things in my life.
You guys ever play Black Ops on Wii? You're like on a track and you.
No,
Yeah,
but
it's
have you ever
really
played
bad.
MW3 on DS?
No.
It's
No.
literally just a bunch of pixels, and your scope is just cemented on the screen half the time, and you're trying to shoot stick figures essentially.
Ew.
That just sounds
Do you think we're gonna see
bad.
like handheld classics from Nintendo? Just bring up that point.
Oh God, if they release a Game Boy, well, because how are you gonna make the handhelds any
I
smaller?
don't know.
That's the thing. I don't think they do that because I think they're still like vastly popular and like, once again, emulators.
Yeah.
I know this company called Hyperkin just released this thing where you can put your smartphone in this little dock that has all the original Game Boy buttons, and you can play it like it's an emulator. Like there are companies that solely base themselves on doing this type of thing.
Nintendo's trying to take them. out.
Well, yeah, I mean, Nintendo wants any piece of the pie they can get. We see it with every time that a YouTuber uploads a video with Super Smash Brothers in it, they just demonetize it or
Yeah.
take all their money eventually. So
Another
it's like,
thing to ask is why aren't any of these games on a Switch like Virtual Console? Why don't they just do that?
Why? This is
why
the,
Nintendo?
the reason why they haven't released the Virtual Console. I am almost like 100% sure about this is because this was coming out.
Yeah.
Because if they would have released the Virtual Console, I
People
would have
people wouldn't buy that.
especially no reason to buy this.
Yeah.
Because if they release Star Fox 2 on the Switch Virtual Console today, I'm buying it immediately. But then I have no reason to buy the SNES Classic because I have nothing else that I'm super stoked about.
I feel like they had like exclusive digital downloads of like these games for the Switch or something like that, and they were like two to $5. I think that would make them the exact same amount of money. But now
Right.
they're kind of forcing you to buy games that you don't want. You know, like so. I don't know. I thought it would have been if they cared about the customer, they probably just would have put them
Yeah,
out.
They
They don't.
They don't.
No, I mean, I
don't
understand it's a
care about
business too,
us.
and we haven't even talked about the aspect of the fact that no one's probably even going to be able to find an SNES Classic anyway.
I mean, a lot of retail stores are saying that they're going to adhere to the very strict rule of one per customer, but there are a lot of ways you can get around that.
But I
wonder,
mean, but it's
wonder
not
if
even that.
If it's more, if the $60 was it? How much was it when it first came out? The real SNES.
Like
$200.
$400?
Well, I mean, adjusted for
Yeah,
inflation.
like $400 maybe.
That's
$500,
crazy.
Yeah.
Video games used
For
to be very
shitty games.
expensive.
Yeah. I mean,
Games used to be like $120.
Yeah.
Back then, 120. So like $200 now.
yeah.
Crazy.
You remember paying that much money, right?
I did. Well, I made those games, so
Yeah.
I banked off that stuff.
Yeah, he buried ET in the desert.
Yeah. I came down and was like, E.T., give me your shovel.
And you just shovel your bad Atari game. There's a rumor that Atari's going to be making a new console.
Really?
Yeah.
E.T. 2000.
Did you guys not hear about that?
Yeah.
There's a rumor they're going to be making
Who
like a
would play
modern day
that?
They
console.
really shouldn't. It's a bad idea for them.
I feel like that'd be redemption if they bring the same guy back or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna make a new ET game, and they give
Don't
him
give him
they
another
give him
chance.
like 6 years. Okay, he had 6 weeks to make the ET game. That's why it was so bad. Because they're like, oh, you got to time it out before the movie releases, and he's like, the movie releases in 5 weeks. They're like, we know.
People have made games in 5 days that are better than that.
There's like game marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That guy sucks.
In conclusion, guy, you are garbage. You can't make games for hell.
So in conclusion of this story, who's not going to buy the NES Classic? I'm not.
I'm not.
Well, as
Oh,
always, I'm
maybe.
debatable.
Maybe.
Yeah.
John kind of convinced me. I might just get an emulator. If
Just get an emulator. It's for free.
But if I see one on a store shelf, I'll probably be like, okay, because it'll make a good
If you
gift.
see one, you won't.
You think
Yeah,
it'll be like
but that's the
$30
thing.
by Christmas?
No,
They won't
it's
have them
never
by
gonna be
Christmas.
discounted.
They're not gonna have enough by
No,
Christmas.
well,
there's
they're
that.
they're stopping production at the end of this year. They've already said.
Yeah.
So this is going to be available.
When is it releasing?
It releasing September
when it releases.
September 29th, I believe.
Yeah.
So we're only going to have about 3 months to get this thing.
I doubt you'll see any after Christmas.
Yeah.
Because they're some in production, and those are gonna sell. If they're still there by Christmas, they're gonna sell like crazy.
Unless
And
they're
then
on
they'll send it to
eBay.
the Disney Vault, and then they'll bring it out in 20 years when nostalgia is like ripe.
Here's the Black Platinum Edition, now worth $100,000 on VHS.
With never before seen Star Fox 2.5.
There's more Jar Jar Binks scenes in than Star Fox 2.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a quick break.
Are we?
Yeah, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about our July 4th gaming plans. We'll be right back with Birds of Play.
Roll that black screen.
Wow.
You're watching Spinnaker Television.
Hello, everyone. No. Welcome back to Birds to Play. We just did a break, and now we're going to talk about games that we're going to be playing over the 4th of July weekend. For example, I will be diving in to the American heartland of Los Angeles in the time after World War II, when there was crazy PTSD going on, there was drug wars.
LA Noire?
And
No. Are you? 4th of July.
Is that what you're playing? You're playing LA
I'm
Noire?
gonna play LA Noire.
It's not good,
Wow.
dude.
it is good. I played
No,
it
it's
before.
not.
I
like
played
LA
that game
Noire.
before.
I've played it too, and then I replayed it, and it does not hold up.
And what happened is you couldn't get past the first investigation.
Hey, man.
It's
The
so hard
faces
for
look
you.
great, but all the characters look like polygons.
Okay.
You're lying,
Okay.
Morgan.
That's a broken interrogation system.
Yeah,
because
it's
it's
really
like
bad.
because it's lie and doubt, and then you're always like, well, what's the difference between lie and doubt? If you're lying, you doubt him, and it doesn't make any
You know what it's
sense.
supposed to be? It was supposed to be truth, force, evidence. That's what it's supposed to be. Because doubt is always you're forcing them to the conclusion, and
Yeah.
evidence is always you have evidence.
John
But they
made the
changed
game.
it because it was too confusing for people to truth, doubt, lie.
I think
It's
I
too
thought-
confusing to
I-
truth. You can't handle the
It
truth.
doesn't hold up. It really doesn't.
The bodies don't. The faces are
No,
still
no,
good.
just the story.
I can't remember the story. That's why I'm replaying it.
Yeah, replay it, and you'll be like, why? People like love that game.
That's my phone. I'm sorry.
A clue. This is
Is this true?
yeah.
Are you doubting it? Or
This is you can pick up items in LA Noire and you just do this with them, and then you can do this literally forever. You just
The
and
inspect feature.
and Cole Phelps will keep going like, I don't think it really applies.
What's this?
I don't know if it. And you go like, ding,
What's
ding,
this?
And you open it up.
Why?
And the body's in the phone. A clue. Yeah, enjoy it. The driving sucks because I replayed
Oh,
it.
it's terrible.
I replayed it last summer. The story is disappointing. The story doesn't get good till the last hour, and it's like it's a 3-disc game.
I don't really care
For
about,
Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the overall story. I just like the individual cases. That's all I really
Okay.
care about. That's what I like about
I
it.
like when they throw the gun up on the roof in the beginning because I never played past that part, and that's all I know.
Oh,
Because it's like too hard.
Yeah. No, I was like,
What's
this is-
why can't I shoot everyone?
it wasn't interesting.
Yeah.
I was expecting GTA 1940s Los Angeles.
Well, you're wrong. That was never advertised as being that. It was never once advertised as
Yeah,
being
the
GTA in Los Angeles.
But that's what I wanted it to be, John.
I played on
Respect
Xbox.
my authority.
Logan kicked the doors in the rocks and were like, why didn't you make a game I wanted? And then they made GTA 5, which is GTA LA. What are you guys
And I was
doing
very
playing
happy.
Yeah, LA
that? Show over
Noire.
my dreams. I'll
LA
show
Noire
over
is a
yours.
disappointing game. But like when you first played it, when I played it, I was like, this is the best game of all time. And then people still say that. I'm like, oh no.
Well, what are you guys going to be playing? Huh?
Logan?
You ruined mine.
I'll default to you guys first.
Because he's gonna be playing all the games.
All the games, yes.
Me, I just got my PS4, so I'm the first one to accomplish my mission. So
Out of
my
you, John, and Brandon,
Yeah,
yes.
my E3 promise, I got it. It's gold. It's beautiful. But
Try smiling.
so I only have one game, so I'm gonna be playing Uncharted 4.
That's a good game.
Yeah, I'm like over 50% done, so
Have
I'm
you
like,
played
Oh,
any other
wow.
Uncharted?
yeah. No, this is like my
You're gonna
first.
be confused. I've never played them either. I just feel like 4
No,
is like
Uncharted 4 you can pick up and go, it's just you won't get some of the subtle nuanced stuff.
Keep telling me
Like-
what you want and won't get. That's fine.
Yeah, because like they start talking about like all these
She's a woman.
cases, and like he's talking to his brother. It's like, which one was your most exciting case? And I'm like, I don't know any of these.
Oh, yeah, at the very beginning when he was like
This
recapping
one.
the story.
And I was just like,
last time on Uncharted.
Did you went to the store, Drake?
As soon as I get the Uncharted collection back, I'll give it to you. That way, and then you're just gonna be like, damn it.
I picked the wrong one.
Now I know.
Yeah.
James.
I don't have any
What
systems.
Nintendo 2D game are you going to be playing over
Yeah, I don't have any systems. I don't even have a TV in my room.
What happened to your
Tragic.
2DS?
I left it at home on accident.
Aw.
So I don't know why I'm on
What are you
this
gonna do
show.
with my copy of Animal Crossing?
I left it at home. I got to bring it back to
No,
you.
it's fine.
Animal Crossing is a good game. If I did have it, I'd be playing Mario Kart for the 2DS or Animal
Are you
Crossing.
going to play any board games, maybe?
Yahtzee.
Just playing the game of life. You know what I'm saying? Not the board game. Just like
Game of
living doing stuff in the streets. You know?
I just want to do hood
Real
rat shit with my
life.
friends.
Real life. All
Real
day.
life GTA.
My game is my life, and my passion is my love. There's no winners or losers in the game of life. It's just life and death,
What about the
and
people-
making that money flow. I'm talking. One love, true love.
Catch me outside. How about
Game.
that?
What you talking about?
She got arrested, right?
I'm dying.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she's like going to juvie or something. I don't
Logan,
know.
what are you gonna be?
Money life. One love. What's up? I don't play
So,
video games.
I'm going to be trying to grind my way through Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because I'm really disenchanted with that game at this point. It's too big. There's too much. It's too long. But I want to finish it so I can move on to Splatoon 2. Yes, innuendos. Loving it. But no, I'd also like to play Mario Kart since we just got a new TV in the apartment.
Yeah.
So I want to
New
hook it up and
TV.
see if we can get some people over.
I won't come over.
Subtle hint. Well, yeah, no.
I love Mario Kart. I'm really good at it.
Have
I'm
you played
good.
it yet?
No.
The newest one, it's really good.
You haven't played the new. Oh,
Was that the one on 2DS or is
Switch.
that 7? Oh, Switch. Ooh, I haven't even touched the Switch. Actually,
It's
I held
really
yeah.
yours,
Yeah.
but that's it. I haven't like
I like
played
it
a
a
game
lot.
on it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
But yeah, I wanna finish Zelda so I can trade it
get done
in
with
and
it.
get Splatoon
Yeah.
2 because that is going to be amazing. Because like down in the game room, I've already talked with some of the people who have Switches or whatever. So like if we're like on shift or like a bunch of people are in there, we're gonna try to do that. That way we don't have to mess with the nasty chat headset whatever thing that Nintendo's trying to do. But that game is gonna be awesome because the original Splatoon was such an unexpected.
That nasty chat.
Yeah, that nasty chat. It was such an unexpected, like, nuanced, like, cool thing from Nintendo. Like, I didn't expect them to nail, like, a shooter, but they did it.
Yeah, Splatoon's fun. I played the one for the Wii U. I think that's just the first one.
Yeah.
It's got really cool, like, I don't know, with the secondary screen. I don't know. It's just like it has to be fun and cartoony because that's Nintendo. It's got to be cool. But yeah, like we were saying earlier, you can't play like Black Ops on a Nintendo system. It just doesn't feel right. But when it's Splatoon and like little kids can play it, and like the goal is not to kill people, it's to like fill the map. With
Yeah,
the
to
most
cover
ink.
the area.
It's a cool game. I like it a lot.
It's still super competitive, though. It's not like it's, like, dumbed down or anything. Like, there's genuine strategy to those games, and it's just really interesting to see. ARMS is still getting a good reception.
Is it really?
Yeah. So I'm actually really
It's
surprised.
actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm actually really
How you
surprised.
guys played it?
I want to talk to Jack to see if he's played it.
I don't know. We have to see if he has.
Because he's like, I'm gonna get ARMS, and we're all like, you idiot.
Stop dropping your
I know, it's like sliding a
Ah,
lot.
clue.
Oh, am I telling the truth?
Lie.
The clue sounds like brrrr.
It was like.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's too long.
That
It's too long.
was kind of an okay segment. This has been.
Well, on that note,
I'm John Macron.
Logan Anstead.
James Down.
Lie. I have evidence that you're not James Macron.
Alex, say your name, get us out of here.
I'm Alice Torres Perez.
We'll see you next week, guys.
I won.
Bye.
My white shoes.
Give it. Give me a second to write. Give me a second to write. I just need a second.
Let me just get to my little.
Lay me down.
The other way around, so they can see the focus off, and it needs to be on the coaster.
I keep thinking about that song from Hunchback of Notre Dame. It goes, Avante Maria, I know I am a righteous man. It's the bad guy song.
Oh, like
Fire,
fire.
hellfire is turning me to sin.
All right, I'm ready.